All right, what's going on, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We are going to be looking at a few stocks today. All right, we're going to be looking at CTRM, SNDL, Bngo, and TTCF. Okay, those are four stocks requested from the comment section. Okay, and I'll be taking requests from anybody on the stocks. Okay, any stocks that you guys want. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and dive in. First one we're going to look at is SNDL. And this is Sndl Growers. This is a weed play, a cannabis play. Now, in my opinion, this stuff isn't really too good for let's just say some shorter long-term investments, right? For like a year or something, right? I think that these are at amazing levels to start buying at. The main thing we need to pay attention to, okay, is that there is multiple gaps to fill on SNDL. Okay, so we have a gap down here to 40 cents. I think that that is most likely going to fill. Okay, we're currently riding this trend line down here, and we're just riding this, and it's probably going to end up filling sometime in February. Okay, so mark that on your calendar. Okay, mid-February, I believe SNDL will be around 40 cents. And you can purchase like 1,000 shares for 400 bucks. You know what I mean? And if you think that cannabis and you think that Sndl Growers is going to be a good company, something that you can that is going to be around basically in the next 5 to 10 years, and you think weed is going to be legalized federally, okay, then this could be a really good long-term investment, possibly for like an IRA account, retirement account, something like that. Okay, now remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just trying to help you guys, put you guys on some game based on the charts and these stocks. Okay, so our year-long key support and resistance level is going to be at 78 cents. All right, so we're trading below that right now. Basically, what I mean by that is, if you go back even further in the chart, basically every time we're trading above there, we're bullish. Okay, and we're doing big things. Okay, we're above it, and we're all the way up to $3-4. Okay, but if we're below it, we're going all the way down to 13 cents. You know what I mean? So that's really the key support level is, once we flip that to a support level from resistance, because right now 78 cents is our resistance, then SNDL has a lot of upside and can go above $1 to $1 to $1.50 to $3, $4. We've seen that happen in the past already. Okay, so I think that most likely small caps continue to bleed. A lot of these stocks are small caps that I'm looking at today, so I want you to keep that in mind. February is going to be a rough month. It's historically a rough month. Not only is February historically a rough month, but we also have all of these a lot of FUD in the market. Okay, FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and what that is basically due to inflation, and then also supply chain issues, and then also what's the other thing? Basically like the interest rates. Okay, the interest rates rising. That is all being priced into the market now, and on top of February being a historically bad month, we have that. So that's a lot to process, and small caps are feeling it the most, or bleeding the most. You can definitely tell by the chart. Okay, CTRM. Now let me give you a little bit of backstory behind CTRM. Basically, one guy kind of owns the whole company, and he just buys all these ships with the money from the stocks. Okay, there was a reverse stock split, and the stock skyrocketed. And then it got targeted by Wall Street bets people a little bit, and it skyrocketed. Okay, the reason that this thing is not moving anywhere is because institutions have no desire to invest in this guy, because it's basically almost kind of a Ponzi scheme. Okay, it's like a one-man shell company, and whose like only customer is another shell company that happens to be ran by his sister. Okay, now the guy may know what he's doing. Okay, he's basically using a bunch of this money to purchase ships, and there's huge supply chain issues. Okay, so he's in the supply chain area, in the global supply chain, right? He deals with the ships, the giant ships, and he bought a ton of them. All right, so this guy may know what he's doing, and he may be able to turn that into a profit, but it's like, if last time I checked, there aren't even really like employees for the company. So, who's really going to benefit besides him? You know what I mean? So that's something to keep mindful of. Now, I do trade this one. Okay, you can trade this one. It does have nice trade setups. And if you are bullish and you look up some fundamental things on CTRM, then right now we are in the weekly demand zone. Okay, so I have a supply and demand tutorial. It really gives you an edge over the market. But basically, what demand is going to be this green box right here. Okay, so we have the green box right there, and anytime we're above there, okay, we rally up, okay, and then we go up here and we consolidate, we come back down until we come back in demand, okay, because this is where the last demand happened, right? Because we came back down, you know, we were above it, we came down, and then we found a demand in here in this area. And if you notice, that's exactly where we've been bouncing at. And then now we're starting to trade in here. All right, now keep in mind, small caps are bleeding, so it wouldn't surprise me, given the things that I just said, and also the market conditions and what we know about CTRM, you know, unless there's some whales or some big institutions ready to jump in this, you know, the price action really isn't going to reflect it. Right now, it's very easy to pump and manipulate. So one whale can come and pump it one day, right? And then it goes up, and then that triggers a lot of retail or other people FOMO, and then they buy in the next day, and really you just see this thing continue to fall. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, it does have nice green days where it goes up a good percentage, and then it comes back down, comes back down, comes back down. All right, the next one we're going to look at is BNGO. Now, BNGO I really like a lot. Genomics and the whole DNA sequencing and all of that is a very innovative and extremely progressive area of technology. Okay, and it's just going to advance even more. You know, do your own research on BNGO. This one may be good for retirement account as well. If we get this gap filled down here to 163, now this one has a similar pattern that we've been seeing. Okay, we're respecting this downtrend line. Okay, so we're, you know, we haven't broken it and dropped any lower, but we haven't really gone any higher. Okay, the trend is just kind of going down. So we're facing, you know, a little bit of support at the bottom of this. Now I have this area highlighted as a long-term buy zone just because in the options trading tycoons Discord, you know, we have a tab called share suggestions or stock suggestions and things like that, you know, where we're basically just you know, putting some thoughts and ideas out there for others to either follow or choose. You know, it's not financial advice. We're just really just trying to help you guys with our own opinions and beliefs. And, you know, it's up to you guys to agree, to disagree, to let us know your opinions so that we can all learn together. And, you know, that's the main goal. Okay, we're all trying to get better and learn. So really, we filled this daily gap down to 350 on BNGO, Bio-Nanogenomics. It's heading down to this gap at 163. Now I've made a few videos in the past when it was trading up in here at these levels, and I didn't have any shares. I still don't. You know, I'm waiting for this gap to fill, for these gaps to fill down here, personally, but you know, it's been on my radar for a while. You know, I've been charting it and playing it in these areas, and we were able to get some nice bullish days and then short it, things like that. You know, so it's looking good to me, guys. Okay, you can start maybe you know, if you have like $1,000 or $10,000 you want to invest in this, slowly start averaging into a position. Okay, get a little bit of skin in the game, throw, you know, 1,000 in there or something at a time. Okay, you don't want to go all in on a position at once, because there's always the risk that things can drop lower. Okay, now if you don't, if let's say you do want to go all in, you think that you're at a bottom, right, and you want to go all in with your 1,000 or $10,000, what you want to do is have a stop loss or a trailing stop loss. And I have tutorials on both of those in the top right hand corner of this video. Watch those. Those will help you out. Okay. And the next stock that we are going to look at is going to be TTCF. Now, Tattooed Chef, I really like a lot. You know, I've made a few videos on them, and I've been covering them I've been basically watching them ever since the beginning of 2021. And it's now the beginning of 2022. And this was our initial pattern we had, okay, coming into 2021. You know, we had this symmetrical triangle pattern, and we were waiting for the breakout on either side. We had a false breakout right here. Okay, this was the breakout level, this blue line. And I have a video on how to draw support and resistance in the top right hand corner of this as well. Watch that if you're a little unfamiliar or you need a nice simple tutorial on how to draw support and resistance. That is really going to help you out a lot. But the blue line is basically the breakout level, and then the green line is the bullish price targets, right? So we came up here and got rejected perfectly at the breakout level. Whenever it broke out of that pattern originally, it got rejected there. So that was a false breakout, right? And then we came back, and now we had a confirmed breakout. Okay, we came back down here, and then we retested that level, broke through it again, and we came up a little bit. And now TTCF has just been tanking. It's up massively today. I mean, I wouldn't say massive, but pretty significant. It's up 5.62%, which is a lot compared to, let's say, like the market indexes in the day, which only go up like a couple percent, maybe a percent a day, right? So I really like it. Basically, what I've got is also a long-term buy zone, like a share zone here for TTCF. And originally it was 18 to 35. Now, I had been charting this, like I said, since the beginning of 2021, and we're now in 2022, but I may have to adjust this a little bit, right? Because I didn't know where the bottom was going to be at. So I kind of just made my own bottom there at 13.19. And, we came really, really close to respecting it. So I'm going to have to find some support levels that aren't on the chart right here yet for where we're going to find support. And I'll make you guys an update just in case TTCF does not recover, because again, small caps have been getting murdered. February is historically a bad month, right? Now, a lot can happen in between then. Okay. All of these stocks can rally in between then and then have enough room for a February pullback, right? If TTCF goes up to $18 and then drops back down to 16, or it goes up to $20 and then drops back down to 16 in February, then that's a much different story than if we kind of just consolidate right here and we happen to break this support level, this possible bottom I have here at 13.19. If we do that, then you don't really know where it goes, right? But things look kind of good for maybe a short-term pop, as far as the overall market is concerned. Now, small caps, you're just going to have to pay close attention to, okay? Because I would definitely monitor the VIX, which is the volatility index in the market. I have a video on the VIX right here in the top right hand corner. Watch that. The VIX really helps you out a lot and gives you an edge. Okay, so there's been about like 5 things I've plugged in this video. Okay, stop loss, supply and demand tutorials, support and resistance tutorials, right? Kind of like averaging into stuff, like not going in with not going all in at once, like starting to go in slowly into some levels. I want you guys to remember all of those things and kind of utilize all of those strategies, right? You want to combine those strategies to really give you an edge over retail investing and just like an edge over the stock market, right? Because the market doesn't want you to win, right? The market makers want to make their money, the institutions want to make their money, and they want to manipulate the market in any way that they can to benefit it the best for them. And so it's really good to be in tuned and to think, kind of like what a hedge fund would do, right? So if they're making money short in small caps and, they're short in the market overall, then what do we got? What do you think is going to be? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, found anything useful, helpful, learned anything, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like as well, subscribe, and let me know if there's some other stocks. Okay, I do upload viewer requests frequently, and this was a viewer request, as I said in the beginning. Okay.